Welcome to today's video, where we'll be talking about one of the most crucial roles in clinical research, the Clinical Project Manager, or CPM for short. Clinical trials are complex, involving various stakeholders, processes, and regulations. The Clinical Project Manager is the person responsible for ensuring that everything runs smoothly and that the trial is successfully completed. Whether they work for a sponsor or a contract research organization, a CPM plays a pivotal role in guiding the project from its early stages all the way to completion. So, what exactly does a clinical project manager do? Let's dive into the details.
Welcome to the GCP-Mindset channel and all topics on clinical research.
What does a clinical project manager do? A clinical project manager is the one responsible for balancing three key elements in a clinical trial: time, quality, and budget. Think of the CPM as the captain of a ship. It's their job to ensure the trial moves forward on schedule, that it meets regulatory and ethical quality standards, and that it stays within financial limits. They must navigate the project through various stages, often dealing with unexpected hurdles along the way. Now, whether a CPM works for a sponsor or a contract research organization, their overall objective remains the same. They need to ensure that the clinical trial progresses from start to finish while balancing these three factors. But what really sets a great clinical project manager apart is their ability to do this while facing the real-world complexities of running a clinical study. Let's talk about the skills that are necessary to succeed in this role. Let us have a look at which skills are required to succeed. The two most critical skills a clinical project manager needs are leadership and communication. Why are these two skills so important? Well, let's break it down. First, let's talk about leadership. A great CPM is someone who can lead various teams involved in the trial. These include regulatory affairs managers, clinical research associates, data managers, and more. The CPM needs to ensure that all these stakeholders work together seamlessly to reach the trial's objectives. Building a trustworthy, reliable team is essential, and strong leadership helps foster that kind of cooperation. Next is communication. The CPM acts as the primary link between the trial's operational teams and the sponsor. They must be able to summarize complex technical information and relay it to the sponsor in a clear, organized way. Imagine if every team member reported directly to the sponsor. That would be overwhelming. Instead, the CPM filters out unnecessary details and delivers only the essential information, which helps the sponsor make informed decisions without getting lost in a flood of data. These two skills, leadership and communication, often work hand in hand. The CPM has to make sure that the project team collaborates efficiently and that the right information is communicated to the sponsor at the right time. Now, you might wonder why balancing time, quality, and budget is so difficult. Let's explore that. Why balancing time, quality, and budget is so important. In every clinical trial, the CPM is juggling three essential factors: time, quality, and budget. But why is finding the right balance between these so important? Let's start with quality. In clinical research, quality means that the trial follows good clinical practice, or GCP. This ensures that data integrity is maintained and patient safety and rights are protected. That's non-negotiable. But quality isn't something a CPM can directly control. They rely on experts like CRAs, data managers, and regulatory affairs teams to maintain high standards. So, their role is more about coordinating these different players to ensure everything meets the required quality standards. Next is time. Time is critical in clinical trials for several reasons. For one, patients are often waiting for better treatment options. The faster a trial is completed, the sooner new therapies can be made available. Also, don't forget about patent rights. Patents for new drugs usually last 20 years, and if a clinical trial is delayed, the value of that patent diminishes, making the product less attractive for investors. No one wants to see a promising new therapy lose its edge because of delays. Finally, there's budget. Clinical trials are expensive. There's no way around that. But as a CPM, it's your ethical responsibility to make sure that the trial runs as cost-effectively as possible without sacrificing quality or patient safety. After all, the cost of developing a new treatment will eventually affect the price patients and healthcare systems pay for it. Here's the tricky part. You can't have it all. You can't expect a trial to be cheap, fast, and of the highest quality. You'll always have to prioritize one or two of these factors over the others. The key for a CPM is to find the right balance that meets the specific needs of the project. Now that we've covered the balancing act that CPMs perform, let's talk about the challenges they face along the way. Clinical trials often involve teams from different countries, which means that intercultural people management is a must. A CPM needs to manage teams with different working styles, communication preferences, and even time zones. This adds another layer of complexity to their job. On top of that, clinical project managers face intense time pressure. A delay in one part of the trial can cause a ripple effect, affecting the entire timeline. But here's the mindset that successful CPMs adopt. Stress should be viewed as excitement, and problems should be seen as challenges. It's all about having the right perspective to keep the project moving forward, no matter what obstacles arise. So, what does it take to be a successful clinical project manager? It's all about balancing time, quality, and budget while leading a diverse team and communicating clearly with sponsors. The role may be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. CPMs play a vital part in bringing new treatments to market, making a real difference in patients' lives. If you want to learn more about what a day in the life of a clinical project manager looks like, make sure to check out our related content. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on clinical trials and the world of clinical research.